Hello, my name is Tashi. I am the executive chef at the restaurant of ENOWA Yufuin. Our restaurant is based on farm-driven concept. We operate a organic farm just 5 minutes away from our restaurant. As a chef, something I deeply value is knowing the origin of the ingredients that we use, where they are grown, how they are cultivated. Understanding the environment where our ingredients are coming from is essential. Another important aspect is growing our own ingredients with our own hands. ENOWA carries a special meaning, and in Japanese represent connection and relationships, while wa signifies harmony and cycles. Together, ENOWA embodies the idea of an ever-expanding cycle of connections. At first, our connections were small, but over time, we have been able to expand our circles. I hope that in the future, more people will be inspired by our farm-driven concept and visit us. I was born and raised in the Tibetan Autonomous Region. My family were farmers, and since my childhood, we could self-supply most of our own food. We raised pigs and cows, grew wheat and barley, and of course vegetables, everything we needed for our daily life. At age 18, I moved to New York. That was around 2008. I started working at a Spanish tapas restaurant, helping in the kitchen. As I worked, I realized that I loved everything about cooking. After working and training in restaurants like the Dutch, Blue Hill and Stone Barns, I made a big decision to move to Japan. Here I discovered the beauty of nature and the warmth of its people. To better understand the traditional Japanese ryokan style of hospitality, I first started working in a traditional ryokan. Unlike restaurants, where the interaction with guests are often brief at a ryokan, I could spend more time with them and then get to know them better. While learning about the ryokan culture, I also began prepare for the farm of ENOWA. After moving to Yufuin, I gradually started visiting local farmers. Most of them were introduced to me by people in the area. I visited their farms to see how they grow their crops and what do they cultivate throughout the years. Through these visits, I could build a strong connection of trust with local farmers. Nowadays, they even offer to grow the vegetable I want to use in our restaurant, which is incredibly valuable to us. Yufuin is home to many amazing farmers. That's why we try to use the locally grown vegetables as much as possible. For the vegetables that are not available from local farmers, we grow them ourselves on our farm. We don't determine the harvest based on the size of the vegetables. Instead, we visit our farm every day, talk to our farmer, taste the produce, then decide which part to harvest. And then we will think about how we're going to cook them. Last year, we grew 9 different types of zucchini. Our guests enjoyed experiencing the unique texture and flavor of each one. Even the vegetables that are usually discarded or considered unusable, maybe too ugly to use, we find the ways to incorporate them into our menu. Although we have a base menu, our dishes change slightly every day, depends on what is at its peak that morning at the farm. We want our guests to experience as many different vegetables as possible. We also offer farm tour upon request. Since we don't use any pesticides or chemical fertilizers, our farm is not only full of vegetables but also rich in the diversity of wild plants. Walking through the farm and discovering these wild plants is an enjoyable experience in itself. Many of these wild plants and flowers are edible. Each one has its own unique flavor waiting to be discovered. Currently we raise two different types of chicken, momiji, which is a traditional Japanese breed, and araucana. All the animal proteins we use in our cuisine are ones that have been raised with care. I believe that the way an animal is raised and treated directly affect the taste of it. That is why we raise our chickens in a stress-free environment with deep appreciation for them. We even created our own chicken feed recipe to ensure that we produce the best possible eggs for our breakfast. In the kitchen, we strive to use every single part of the vegetables, but inevitably, some scraps and leftovers remains. Then these are repurposed as chicken feed or returned to the soil on our farm. It may seem like a small effort, but we are consistently working to create a sustainable cycle. As our farm has grown, we have also begun connecting with the local facilities and businesses. For example, during the summertime, sometimes we harvest more vegetables than we can use, while we preserve some of them for winter, and in surplus is donated to welfare facilities. We have also invited students from Asia Pacific University in Oita and the staff from Honda-san to our farm. Together we prepare simple dishes using our vegetables. It was a truly memorable experience for all of us. While farm-driven might seem like a new concept, it's actually the way I grew up, the lifestyle of my childhood. Through our farm, I hope to share this kind of philosophy with more people. I believe that expanding our circle of connection is truly what makes ENOWA special. Luxury is not about price tags. True luxury to me is the ability to choose the freshest and healthiest vegetables, knowing they will nourish our bodies.